Fairy Tale, Stephen King's. Fairy Tale, Stephen King's journey into the dark abyss of folklore. Part 1. Introduction. The portal beneath the shed. Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever looked at a decrepit, rotting shed behind a grumpy old man's house and wondered if it held a secret? Not just a secret of the past, but a gateway to an entirely different world. A world illuminated by two moons, inhabited by talking animals, and cursed by a lingering darkness that devours everything it touches. In Stephen King's epic fantasy fairy tale, we meet Charlie Reade, a 17-year-old boy with a heavy past and a heart of gold. After saving the life of his reclusive neighbor, Howard Bowditch, and his aging dog, Radar, Charlie inherits a terrifying legacy. A deep well hidden inside a locked shed that leads to the kingdom of Empis. But be warned, this is not the sanitized world of Disney. This is a place where classic fairy tales are warped into nightmares, where evil sits on a throne, and where the world is waiting for a prince to bring back the light. The question is, can a teenager with a scarred heart become the hero an entire world is dying for? Today, we unlock the shed and descend into the unknown. Part 2. The plot. Friendship, sacrifice, and the ruins of Empis. What makes this journey so compelling isn't the magic, it's the motivation. A. The heart of the story. Saving Radar. Charlie doesn't enter Empis seeking treasure, fame, or power. He does it for love. Radar, the German shepherd who has become his best friend, is dying of old age. Charlie hears rumors of a magical sundial in the land of Empis that has the power to reverse time and restore youth to a living creature. This is the emotional anchor of the book. It transforms an ordinary boy into a dimension-traveling warrior, driven by the purest form of loyalty, the bond between a boy and his dog. B. The kingdom of Empis. Beauty and decay. As Charlie descends the spiral staircase of the well, he enters a world of striking contrasts. Empis was once a land of majesty, but it is now plagued by the Grey, a horrific disease that disfigures its inhabitants and strips them of their voices and dignity. Charlie encounters a cast of tragic, unforgettable characters, such as Dora, a kind-hearted giantess, and exiled royalty who have lost everything. They see in Charlie something he doesn't see in himself, the arrival of a champion. C. The villains. Flight Kill and Gogmagog. The tension escalates with the introduction of Flight Kill, a usurper who rules through fear and cruelty, and the ancient Lovecraftian entity known as Gogmagog. They seek to use the ancient magic of Empis to cross over and invade our world. Charlie is captured and forced into a brutal gladiatorial arena, where he must fight for his life to entertain the corrupt elites. It is here that the fairy tale becomes a gritty survival thriller. Part 3. Classic King elements. Horror meets folklore. To truly appreciate fairy tale, we have to look at how Stephen King weaves his signature style into the fabric of high fantasy. The arena of death. The sequences where Charlie must fight in the dungeons are classic King. They are visceral, suspenseful, and filled with bizarre monsters. It's a Roman-style spectacle reimagined through a dark, supernatural lens. The transformation of Charlie Reade. Charlie isn't a perfect hero. Throughout the book, he struggles with his own dark side, the anger and guilt he carries from his childhood. King shows us that true growth isn't just about gaining physical strength. It's about the moral struggle to remain a good person when you are surrounded by monsters. Warped folklore. King masterfully borrows elements from the brothers Grimm, Jack and the Beanstalk, and Alice in Wonderland, but he twists them into something far more grounded and frightening. He strips away the happily ever after and replaces it with the cold reality of power, politics, and ancient curses. It feels like a story that is both thousands of years old and completely modern. Part 4. Detailed evaluation. a different kind of fairy tale. Why is this book being hailed as one of King's greatest late career achievements? The warmth of the narrative. Despite the blood and the monsters, Fairy Tale is surprisingly one of King's warmest books. It is a story about redemption, the recovery from grief, and the beauty of second chances. The relationship between Charlie and his father, as they heal from the loss of Charlie's mother, provides a realistic, touching foundation for the fantasy elements. Radar, the soul of the book. Let's be honest, Radar is the true star. Stephen King has always been brilliant at writing animals, but he outdoes himself here. Every reader will find themselves rooting for that old dog to reach the sundial. Radar represents the innocence and loyalty that the world of Empis has lost. The core message. The book reminds us that a kind heart can light up even the darkest places. It suggests that being a hero isn't about being fearless. It's about being willing to do the right thing when you are absolutely terrified. It is a celebration of the human spirit's ability to resist corruption, even when the odds are stacked against it. Part 5. Conclusion. The magic of believing. Fairy Tale is a magnificent journey of redemption and courage. It proves that even when worlds collapse and darkness reigns, love and loyalty are the only true miracles that can save us. Stephen King has given us a story that reminds us why we fell in love with reading in the first place. To find that door, to take that step, and to believe in something bigger than ourselves. The final question. If you were given a key to a secret shed, knowing it led to a world of danger and wonder, would you have the courage to step inside? Or would you keep the door locked forever? Thank you for joining me for this deep dive into Stephen King's Fairy Tale. If you've read the book, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Charlie and Radar's ending. Let's discuss it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into the best thrillers, horror, and fantasy in literature. Until next time, keep your eyes on the moons and always follow your heart. Goodbye.